I'm rowing around out here on the river. I'm approaching the shores of West Virginia here. I'm gonna look around for a while. I don't have nothing else to do today. I think it's Saturday. I don't even know. Try to find some artifacts or something. A bottle, who knows. I'm looking for something. See this here? There's a lot of river gravel in this area. See, and this kind of hinders the sifting. This is more of a surface hunting place. I'll look around here and see if I can't find anything. See, these are all flakes of like black, like Cousteau looking material, Upper Mercer. And I've walked a good bit and looked at a lot of gravels. There's evidence here, and I find a point here every now and then in these gravels. But these places, you know, how am I going to sift here in this and look at all this stuff through my screen? You want less gravel, more fire rock, and more flakes. See, there's another flake right there. I found some triangles here. See, here's another little flake. There's one. There could be something here. Most of the points are triangles, and then once a year, or some Brewerton thing, and then once a year I find like a big sandy or something real old and nice. And never have really got on much sifting here. A few points, but not like most places. Got this hammerstone, you know, that's a quartz hammerstone, not bad. I normally don't show stuff like this, but there's something right there too. I don't know what that is, but I see a point and it looks nice. It's like the Lavana style triangle. You know, this is worth coming out for a few hours and looking. See if there's anything else. Look at the rock laying on this beach. This is ancient Mississippian cultural period fired rock, right from around campfires, right here. In with this gravel and stuff. You see the point? It's right there. It's nice. It's not bad. Kind of got a rework tip on it, but see how this one's almost like a drill? Well, here's this little Madison. Most of these are made real thin, the ones that were projectiles. The ones that were made for drills have a more robust cross section. See it? It's more like an archaic point. I'd say this was made to be a drill. And you see the tip's been drilled with. It has use. That's not a bad find for laying out. Not what I'm looking for, but I'll take it. That's been used. You can even see the polish on it. Kind of interesting. There's a huge Mississippian say here. Look, there's Cousteau, and I think this is Jack's Reef because I found broken ones. Now look here. There's a flake. Look at that stuff, red and gray. There's a little finishing flake. Here's another flake in the sand, and right there's a tip of another Madison that's fire popped apart. Look at that right there. Then I've been looking here, I don't know, 15 minutes on a new spot that I haven't been to, and well, since I ran out of money at the end of the month. See, look at the flakes. That's a piece out of another point right there. You see how loaded it can be? Right there's another artifact. You can tell it's a point. It's a little Madison that it's exploded. Well, I'll show you this because I found like, I think 9 broken triangles during 2 or 3 minutes. Only that one drill was whole, but this is a classic fire popped little Madison. Look how finely it's made. It was probably serrated. See that little pot lid there, or I call them craters, where it was heated. See that it's like a crater down in there. That's from heating, and there was moisture in the stone, and when it got fired it blew it apart, and this one exploded, and it was probably cooked in like a rabbit or something in a campfire, and it fell into the fire and exploded. And I found that one right where I found this awesome one, and that's pretty much what that one would have looked like. All of them are nice in there. Look how nice that little Madison is. I found this one not long ago, but too bad on that. Later. I'm able to travel now to these places, and I can find points here anytime I want. This is gonna be good. It's the first screen I did on this place I drove to. It's a whole different story on these places I can drive to. Right where I found a black Amos and then another little tan one. Came here, I found a lance in this area too. I got some, I think this is a Brewerton maybe. I don't know what this is. It's a sharpened down point, but it's nice. I'm happy to get it right here. Might even be another Amos. It's just a sharpened down one. See, it's kind of Amos-like base. You see how stained up that? It's a beautiful point though. My goodness. That base looks Amos. And the chipping pattern even does, and that's a nice little point. It's an atto dart. Polished like a big sandy. That's an old point. We'll see what it draws out. It looks like it's going to be tan. That's nice. Well, I just got home. And you can see it's lightened up on this side way more. You can still see the dark spots on it. And on this side, it's lightened up a good bit. Look, it's going to be like a gold color. Well, I went and mowed for my mom and let this dry. And look how much it's lightened up already. I think this is Brush Creek chert as well. You can see here on the base. Look at the grinding right in there. It's just polished. I mean, it feels like a polished rock, and so do the notches. Right, this point, it doesn't really have, I would lean towards fish spear looking at this, but it's got that thing. It's hard to say just having the base. But you see, right there's a fish spear that I found right across the river. And that could be what it is. But I found that Amos there, this, and this chalcedony point all around this. Looking at this stuff from coming across the river, I'm leaning towards a fish spear on that. But it's kind of got that, it's hard to say, but I'm leaning towards a little fish spear. What do you think? That looks a lot alike, and I found this one directly across the river from where I sifted this one today. So I guess probably isn't an Amos. I was thinking that it was probably a sharpened down one of these like I started to get on in there, and there was a big sandy, you know, that's up for debate, but that base is wider than the shoulders. It's heavily ground, and so are the notches. It's got kind of a weird tip, and it almost looks pentagonalish on this side, but that could just be from resharpening. It's more right on that side, but you can get into debate much deeper on this stuff, and you have to have cross sections of material from the site. You know, you're looking at this point, it's up for debate what that is by itself, but you start looking at the stuff you found around it, and it starts to come to light. It's probably what that is for sure, and that's a middle archaic cultural period, like 6,500 year old piece. Later. Still looking. I got a few broken pieces and interesting pieces. I'm gonna start a new video, but I pried this off the base plate. It's fired rock. Look at the holes. Even got the drill holes in the bottom. There's 3 of them. Then on the other side, we'll take that one for sure. I got a broken piece of rubbed hematite. You can see all the facets on it, but it's exploded. A little crude used up knife, some flakes. Here's a river cobble. You can see it's just a flat one, and they started working it. You can see how they were getting the platforms on there to thin this down to make a point from. That's what they made a lot of these points from. River cobble church right there. Here's a broken triangle made out of heat treated, like rose colored material. The tip's gone, and that's about it. I'm gonna start a video. I hope you enjoyed. Look at some of this material. Look at that. Now look at this chalcedony right there, man. Unbelievable. Look at this. Moss growing all over it. 2 nutting stone holes there. 2 nutting stones holes there. 2 more there. Let's see, nothing on that side. Look at that, laying right on the bottom out in the mud. I'm looking for some new spots now and just kind of looking around here, seeing if I can see any evidence of anything. I'm going to start my next video. This looks good right in here. Look at the rock laying right here. I can scoop all this stuff up. Look at the fired rock. There'll be arrowheads right here. Look at it. In the brick pieces, I should metal detect. Just look at the old brick. That's old brick. Alright, I'm back home, and there's the dog Bubby. You know what that means. There he is, the squirrel master. He's going out to the squirrel playground up here. Get back in. Right, he's going on his tree here. He's got it all clawed up. Look at him. He even bites it. Tell him, squirrel man, you're a biter. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed. This is my buddy right here. We're #1 buddies. He just had his bottle Tell him you had a bottle because you have to have milk for the calcium. Look at this face. Look here. He's gonna probably run down off here and get crazy for a while out here. It's hot, so he'll get tired quick.